Cohn's departure has a lot of people saying that the White House is going to simply fall apart without him. And it does look a little bit sloppy the way it was done, you know, with this kind of impromptu announcement from President Trump. But how concerned are you about Cohn's departure?
Well, I'm pretty concerned. He's a pretty good free market guy. I was very proud of the work he did on eliminating so many regulations, probably the most regulations eliminated in 20, 30 years. And then the work he did on the tax bill was excellent in getting that done. He seems to come from a free market perspective, coming out of Wall Street, but I can understand what he's doing. People come and go in the White House, and they'll get another, I hope, free market guy. Unlike Peter Navarro, the trade advisor for Trump.
Hillary Clinton. Yeah. Well, once upon a time, she was with the Clintons. There's a lot of concern about Peter Navarro. And you mentioned kind of the sloppiness of the turnover. There's this Brookings report, or Brookings Institution report out saying the turnover among top-level staff in Trump's White House is off the charts when you compare it to other administrations. 34% of high-level White House aides either resigned or were fired or changed positions in Trump's first year in the White House. To put that in perspective, Trump's first-year turnover rate is more than triple that of Barack Obama's. And what do you make of this? Is there a method to Trump's madness? I mean, he likes the chaos. He says he likes to see two different sides going at it on these issues. We've heard about this in Trump's business enterprises, but is this good for the White House?
Well, it's obviously good for this White House. They've just coming off a pretty good year. This is obvious. I mean, Trump came in. He's going to blow up Washington, D.C. He's going to take on the establishment. And everybody in Washington, D.C. is upset because he's not doing things like you're supposed to be doing. Well, that's what he told the American people he was going to do. He was going to come in and completely drain the swamp. So that's what he's doing. And I would imagine, being Trump, he's pretty hard to work for. He's very demanding. He wants you to be straightforward with him. He wants you to say it like it is. And that is a little upsetting inside the politics of the White House, because you know, people jockey for position all the time with the president, and so when he's wanting to hear all sides and he wants to hear all arguments, it's going to be difficult for those to work the White House politics.
Yeah, it's one way to drain the swamp. Now, let's focus back on the tariffs a little bit. Do you think he'll actually go through with this?
Unfortunately, I think he will, in one way or another. I got to tell you, but they've got to make a better case than they're making. To be honest with you, they have yet to show me, and I've been looking up for the last 2 or 3 days. Well, ever since you made the announcement, I was looking for any evidence whatsoever that steel is going out of business and aluminum is going out of business in the United States. I don't think that's the case, and they haven't made that case. And so why are you doing the tariffs? If you're doing the tariffs to go after bad trade practices of other countries, that's one thing. I'd be all for it. Break down those barriers. If you're going after China, I'd be all for it. Maybe that's why. But they haven't made a case for it. The only case I've seen is Secretary of Commerce Wilbur Moss hold up a beer can and say it only cost a little less than 1%. And it's no big deal. It is a big deal.